has to win one.
3, 2, 1, roll.
Ooh, all right, Miami Dome, game number 1. Hyper opening up with the blasters, which means Lores is already in for 68 damage per engagement, because that's what Hyper's been doing with these weapons so far. I feel like one-sider hits, okay, doesn't help the stat that much when you just hit a side air. Need a little bit more from that. Lores yet to attack on too much, but the recovery hits. And Hyper and Lores have really started this battle off so far, neck and neck. About the same. There's a lot going on here, just not a lot of damage being exchanged.
It is early on in the game. Lores definitely getting the better of it so far, even if it's just slight. Hyper does find a side air, sending Lores over to the edge. Oh, I think he wanted to fast fall and hit that down air instead of the grounded down air.
Yeah, he just clipped the corner. See them jockeying for position a little bit here. Slight damage lead for Lores, but it's not going to take too much, especially with Hyper's next weapon being the blasters there and knowing how much damage they did over the past couple sets.
Oh, that was really close on the down air from Hyper, and Lores almost got the punish on it. Hyper a little bit down in damage. Lores retreating to the platform, falls to the down air, spikes him into the side air, went for the fall. I'm not really sure what he was going for with the bow, maybe a nair, but either way he got stopped by Hyper, and Hyper goes all the way with that chase dodge to the stage, but the recovery sends him off the top. Really close first stock. Let's see if Lores can extend it.
I think he was going for the ground pound to pick that one up really quickly, like
think so?
faster than Hyper would have expected him to push that. It just didn't come out in time. It doesn't have the most priority in the game.
Yeah, I feel like the only move that was like fast enough in that moment to beat Hyper's option was nair, and if you didn't go for it, well, that's why you lost the exchange. But Lores really starting off strong with that neutral signature. And the sider as well. Hyper goes for the weapon throw afterwards. Dodge is gone. Oh, he didn't go for it. Well, that's why he didn't.
One more chance? No, just shy. That was
Look at
enough
that.
to get it done. But Hyper has a little bit of a damage hill to climb, and I'm looking back through their past set, and they actually went 3-1 in favor of Lores. So it's not like Hyper just got washed out, and I'm wondering what he might have learned that can help him out here.
What character picks did he choose in that?
That'd be great if they reported him.
If they did not.
Bro, they didn't report their characters! Come on!
Hyper has not been. Well, it's probably because Hyper's been playing so many characters, but yeah, you report your characters. Help us Sparky 878 out. Report your characters.
Please.
I just wanted to hear Sparky's reaction
Just
on
the
that.
crumb, dude.
Just even if it's just like I've reported game 4, it's like okay, well, you know that's something. We get to see at least the A legend that you picked. But now Hyper now down a whole stock. Lores really making it difficult. Hyper on the blasters just not looking like the same beast that he was against Kyle in the lower finals. Downer's hitting. He's not getting a lot of damage off of these hits. He gets 1 hit at a time, and Lores gets 3.
It's like Hyper has some pressure when Lores is over on the wall, but other than that, there's like no momentum for
Oh my
Hyper.
gosh.
Oh my gosh. Lores
The
takes
1,
that
2,
one
3.
with a 2 stock.
That was
Yeah.
disgusting. All right, so I've seen Lores do this multiple times. That approach with the sword side light, dashes into it, and then he's got like a couple of mix-ups where it's either going to be the side air falling off the edge with it, or you jump into the recovery. He kind of reads which way you're going to go and goes for the maximum punish available. And it's just such a cool, like, I don't know, I don't even want to call it a 50-50 because it's really like a 3-way guess. I mean, you could go down once you get knocked off stage too, and Lores just seems to have the right answer.
Well, and a lot of the answers he picks answer more than one thing, right? It's not just like if you went for that side air there that like, oh, well, it can cover a jump, it can cover a dodge in, it could cover a dodge out. So whenever he's picking these options, yeah, it's like a 3-way guess, but also there's some overlap in between all of them as well. Like sword recovery would catch a lot of things that side air would do, and it just depends on what edge guard you want in that scenario. And there, the side air into weapon toss really works out. And Hyper, well, I said it before, right? If the legend has blasters, it's an option. And what do you know, Ada is coming out here for game number 2 against Lores, as we've seen Hyper on, what, 4 different characters with blasters now?
You talked about Lores having all the answers, and with this pick, Hyper's hoping he can cheat off of Lores' paper with the detention Ada pick, but it's not working. Complete denial.
Yeah.
You see Lores kind of hunching over his paper. Might have even tattled to the teacher that Hyper was cheating.
That's why she's in detention, you know, got caught out with the double spikes. Ties up the stocks before any extra credit, though.
Yeah, and that means that we're into an even game here, 2-2 low res. Wow, okay, Red just start bolting on the left side of the stage, but no, a weapon comes up, recovery hits, grab against a neutral
I love
afterwards. That's so good. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Want to see more board players do that. I feel like that's like only if you hit recovery first, like to be able to have so little knockback.
They gotta be super low damage.
But he thought, why does that work? Why does it work so much?
And it's something that like kind of stopped working against Kaio Bolina earlier.
Yeah, but it's working great against Hyper, because that's who we saw Lores do it multiple times against. He'll hold it as long as he needs to. Neutral doesn't get a dodge down. That time Hyper ready for it, runs in with a slight punish, like literally slight side light punish. But Hyper with that falling side air can't get much more off of this in a double neutral light.
He straight up
You
can't land! Oh my gosh, dude! Lores said, nope, this is my airspace. You will not land your plane here. Get out.
Minute 52. Minute 52. That's the entire game length right there.
I mean, Hyper really doing Lores a lot of favors picking a low defense legend on small Brawlhalla, right? The nair, dash jump, fastball nair. One more neutral light into this immediate slide charge pivot neutral sig to get him on the way back down.
43 damage per engagement from Lores. That is basically a color change every engagement. I cannot stress that enough, how insane that is.
Yeah.
I love that over 50% accuracy, though. Like, it's just juggle after juggle. You actually cannot land.
So we've had Globox, Reno, Barasa, Ada, and now we're on Vrax. We are really...
Actually, a true Blaster's main, Tazza. It's
It's
pretty crazy. We don't see that very often, running through the whole gamut of characters.
I've never seen it, Sparky. I've seen like a lot of... I've seen like weapon overlap, and they switch between them, but really, given every... There's not that many left. What have we got? We got Lucian. I'm trying to think of the other... It's hard to think about at the top of my head while casting a match. But you know what? He'll probably play them all if he wins this one, because he has to. If he loses this, Lores takes 3-0, and he's out into BCX real quick.
D-Sig for the fans?
D6 for the fans. Yeah, see it? See what happens, Sparky? Sure, it's not
there it
awesome,
is.
But now look what it is.
Looking to snipe him out.
Do it again.
Oh my gosh. Lores just getting right behind it. How do they keep getting away with this?
Hyper cannot handle how to beat those. He's straight up a bull seeing red and just cannot focus on anything. Does get that beautiful down signature. We love to see that as a Brax player.
I can't believe he literally just down aired and died. Okay, well,
I'm actually just doubled over, just face in my hands. Please don't let it happen again.
Hey, at least he went for it. He went, and if it worked, I'd be singing his
No,
praises
Tazza,
right
don't
now.
say at least he went for it. No.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right?
He's also missed 100% of the shots he did take.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, but he's bringing it back, Sparky. He's bringing it back. Side stick hits. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what Vrax does, right? That's the advantage of picking this character. Only Sparky plays this character.
That is true. He might not be able to determine the difference between which signature Hyper is using, especially when he has the lance in hand. That is a struggle that a lot of people have because they don't see
side
Brax
sig
very
and
often.
down sig until the move hits. You're not really sure. You have no idea which one's hitting you. Oh, you did that dodge down. Side light hits. Down light recovery, I think, actually knocks out on Brawlhaven at this damage.
I think so.
Oh.
You know he's going to be looking for it. Oh, the snipe reverse off the wall, and now Hyper potentially on his last tournament stock.
Let's see what he can do. He's unarmed. He's waiting for that weapon to come through. Doesn't get with the neutral light. Avoids the down air. Okay, it is neutral sig time, Sparky. Okay, that's...
Side sig, maybe?
Side sig. Okay, so it's a different signature than I was thinking. What?
If
No,
he's
that's
a
not down
real-
air.
He wanted the down air.
He wanted
If he's
down
a
air for
real
sure.
Vrax gamer, he hits the lance insig into gravity cancel insig.
I mean, we still have another stock for that potentially. As that recovery hits, Hyper evens it up. He did take a bit of damage though, but it's close.
Opting for the blasters to start this off. Gets the neutral air into the weapon starve. Extra blasters, extra neutral air.
Yo, winnable. Oh, no weapon pickup right away. Okay, pick up the weapon, please. All right, there it is.
Oh, that was so close. Cider, Dadder, Cider, Hyper, bringing it back. Looking for the neutral light, but Lorez lands right on top of him. Nares him. Hyper, no.
One
Oh,
of the
no.
few weapons that can actually get a clean punish from that distance.
Oh, Lorez knows it's within his grasp, and he takes it. That is a 3-0 in Grand Finals. Lorez is your South American last chance qualifier champion. That means he qualifies for the World Championships in that 16th seed spot.
Man, what an incredible run. You know, looking at the seeds going into this and the power rankings, I don't think a lot of people were expecting this. I know you were looking at some of these recent performances where Lorez has just been kind of on this rise, but this tournament has just been out of his mind playing. Phenomenal clean sweep all the way up through.
Yeah, and the storyline that we developed in the top 4 about how all the players in lower brackets were based